And as you mentioned, we have to stop, right? But I don't know how to stop, because nowadays every 15 days this kind of incident happened. So do you have any ideas how can stop this kind of situations or incident?
Yeah, of course. I would like to suggest you a few things that because recently I just would like to give you a example, a real example of my friend. I don't want to name him, his name I meant to say. So he recently married to a girl and whom he didn't like. I mean, just because of his parents,
Mm-hmm.
he married to that girl, even though like he didn't like that girl. He told me he can't tell to his parents that yeah I don't like her. He told me that my mom's wants a bahu, so that's the reason I married to that girl. And and even though like I you know conveyed to him that asked to that girl whether that I mean she has a boyfriend or not, and all the basic necessary thing that we should do the each other. Like suppose I'm marrying with a girl as that is unknown for me, so it's my responsibility to ask whether there is a boy in her life or not. If she doesn't like me, whether he's I mean her parents is forcing or not. So we should ask this simple questions, but people are not asking these things. People fear that if I ask this question to that girl, so what will she think about me. She will
Mm-hmm.
also think ask the same question and all these things. We should ask deep questions relate. We are marrying to a girl whom we have to spend our whole life, not for 1 month or 2 months. It's not a contract based marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have to ask these questions, I mean.
Absolutely right. As you mentioned, we have why should ask for girl. So I can say girls has also responsibility. If you love to someone, and if you don't get, want to get married, so at least if you don't have courage to tell your parents, so you can also tell that guy whenever you meet, or if you are not able to comfortable to first time to tell everything, so you can text them, you can tell them by call also, right?
Okay, so we both are first of all we both are meeting for the first time, so let's start this conversation with an introduction. So I would like to know more about you so we can take this conversation forward on basis of our introduction and what we actually do. Yeah, so you go first.
Yes, sure. So first of all, good afternoon. How are you, and how has your morning so far?
Yeah, I'm good. And when it comes to morning, so it's not a productive day of mine. Like I literally try to connect with many people, but I couldn't. So this is my first conversation. I'm having a conversation with you right now. So let's see now what happens after that.
Yeah, exactly. So is there any reason, as you mentioned, you are trying to connect so many people, right? But it couldn't. So why?
Yeah, the reason there are so many people like who are not available right now or who were available back then, but they were couldn't connect due to some technical glitch. So we couldn't do it. But I had some conversation on a voice call, like a audio call. So I did it.
All right, all right. So as we are meeting first time, so first of all, I would love to know about from your side.
Okay, sure. I would love to talk about myself first. So first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. And as you already know, my name is Vikas. I'm born and brought up in Indore city, which is
Mhm.
the number one cleanest city of India. As far as my qualification is concerned, I have done my graduation in BCom. Coming to my professional experience, so I have 5 years of experience in the BPO industry as a customer care executive. Coming to my hobbies, so I am interested in stock market. I love poetry, and I try always try to learn new things, explore new things. And apart from that, I'm a content creator. I create content on different platforms for different niches. So that's all about me.
Okay, great to know about you. So, as you mentioned, you are from Indore, right? So,
Yeah.
whenever everyone says I am from Indore, so just recent happened one incident in the Indore. So, just get in mind, as you
Okay.
already heard about Raja Raghuvanshi and Sonam Raghuvanshi news, right?
Exactly, and now new news are coming. I mean, there are so many people behind that incident that took place in different state. I just forgot the name of that state,
Mhm.
but yeah. So that was a tragedy, happened to that guy Raja and Indore. I mean, we we shouldn't do this. If that girl doesn't, like that boy, so she should have told that, yeah, I don't like, I wanted to marry someone else. So we can, I mean, they can do it before that, but why they killed? I don't know.
Right, right. It was so sad news. And as we can see on the news channel, her mother was very bad, in a bad, I can say, situations, because she is struggling nowadays just uh, to remember his son, and as well as she has to also face so many media channels. So it's really very hard for especially her.
Exactly. And by the way, it's not about that case. I mean, there are so many cases that are coming every day. Like every single day, we hear few news like related to those incidents. Like, and it's happening all over the world, not in India, and it's happening, and it's increasing day by day. And this is not good for our society, and we should, stop them. And by getting knowing the people, deeply. So this is the only thing that we can stop it. Otherwise, no one in the world can stop this incident. It will keep on, happening in the future as well if nobody will care about those things. I mean, deep knowledge about the person or the thing, what what is happening, whatever is happening. I mean,
You are exactly right. And as you mentioned, we have to stop, right? But I don't know how to stop, because nowadays every 15 days this kind of incident happened. So do you have any ideas how can stop this kind of situations or incident?
yeah, of course. I would like to suggest you a few things that, because recently I just would like to give you a example, a real example of my friend. I don't want to name him, his name I meant to say. So he recently married to a girl and whom he didn't like. I mean, just because of his parents,
Mm-hmm.
he married to that girl, even though like he didn't like that girl. He told me he can't, tell to his parents that, yeah, I don't like her. He told me that my mom's wants a bahu, so that's the reason I married to that girl. And and even though like I you know conveyed to him that, asked to that girl whether that, I mean, she has a boyfriend or not, and all the basic necessary thing that we should do the each other. Like suppose I'm marrying with a girl as that is unknown for me, so it's my responsibility to ask whether there is a boy in her life or not. If she doesn't like me, whether he's I mean her parents is forcing or not. So we should ask this, simple questions, but people are not asking these things. People fear that if I ask this question to that girl, so what will she think about me. She will
Mm-hmm.
also think, ask the same question and all these things. We should ask, deep questions. Relate, we are marrying to a girl whom we have to spend our whole life, not for 1 month or 2 months. It's not a contract based, marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have to
Abs-
ask these questions, I mean.
Absolutely right. As you mentioned, we have why should ask for girl. So I can say girls has also responsibility. If you love to someone, and if you don't want to get married, so at least if you don't have courage to tell your parents, so you can also tell that guy whenever you meet, or if you are not able to comfortable to first time to tell everything, so you can text them, you can tell them by call also, right?
Yeah, of course. But we have to, I mean, like when it comes to parents, so parents needs to know that, yeah, we have a child. Like we are talking about us, like we are child and we have our own parents, right? So majority of the time, like I mean, childrens, do have fear of telling the truth in front of their parents. So that's a, human tendency of India, especially in India. We have fear. Children have fear to tell the truth. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like if I tell this thing, so what will happen? Whether they, I mean, our parents will hate, I mean, will get out of the home, I mean. So we think in that way, like what will happen and all. So we have to, I mean, they have to be, matured enough. Yeah, we are suffering, like the children are suffering in different things, so we have to support them as well. But I don't know whether they will be able to understand or not in the future. But nowadays, like people are able to understand. I mean, parents are able to understand it, but not in rural areas and like the covered areas. I mean to say. But when it comes to the cities, so they are matured enough. Like they ask multiple times.
Yes, you are absolutely right. As in the city, parents also allow their kids, if you have any girls or if you have any friend, so please inform me. We are ready to get married with him, because parents nowadays each and every single day listen through the news channel. Something is happening. So slowly and gradually, parents are also aware, and they are also ready to do or get married with them. Those like daughter or son happy with them.
And in real life, I've also seen many people like when it comes to boy or girls, like we can take example of both. So there are parents like who don't think about their partners. Like suppose you have your father and like mother, and what they will think, like I'm not taking your example, I'm just giving an example just on basis of yours. So
Mhm.
let's take example of mine. I'm not going to take your example. Okay, so I'm now unmarried, so my parents is looking a girl for me, and now I'm a rich. I'm not rich yet, but I'm a rich. So what will they think, my parents, what will they think? So a girl should be a rich, like more than me. So parents have that tendency as well. Yeah, if we are rich, so we want more than us, like. So we
Yes.
have, I mean, they have also that kind of content, I mean tendency. So just because of this trap, they are, I mean children are struggling with that, with these kind of cases. It also
Right,
happens in reality.
right. As you
We
know,
also don't have to look for money. I mean, we have to see the boy or girls as well, like whether they have good or not in nature. I mean, they have good manners or not, and all those things we have to look for that. Not money is not, money is also important, but we have to look after this,
everything.
basic things. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely right. When, like, especially for girls' father want to see anywhere, so they have always desire, if I get a bridegroom, so who is financially and better than us. So that's the reason parents are not agree to do love marriage. Especially, they always thought my daughter go very rich in a very rich family, isn't it?
It's a normal in India, like it happens. So like we cannot change their mind, to be honest. I
Hmm.
mean, they have to change their mind on their own.
Yeah, but increasing this kind of case, so we have to agree, because nowadays there are so many girls, they don't want to stay with their partner, with their life partner, because of just they want their own uh, love, I can say, or own choice. So that's the reason they hitting, they kill. So this is not good for our society. So I think nowadays parents should be make mind where wherever girls say, so just we need to agree.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Hamo. So we have to think for that. Like, I mean, our parents has to think for that. Let's see what happens in the future. We cannot change their mind by having a conversation by saying that. But let's see what happens. I don't have words for that. Like, what should we tell?
Mm-hmm. Right, right.
Okay, so like, would you like to continue on this topic, or like, would you like to talk on another
I
thing?
must say we can continue, because we already, I think, 15 minutes done, so we can continue. Hello.
Okay, so like, I just want to know more about you because you haven't introduced yourself.
Sorry.
I also want to know more about you because you haven't introduced yourself.
Yes, sure. So actually I forget also. uh
It's okay.
as as you know that my name is Suman. I am from Delhi, and I have done graduation. Apart from that NTT diploma, currently I'm doing masters in English literature, and I'm a teacher by profession, as well as I'm also running a YouTube channel. My channel name is Learn English with Suman. So if I talk about my hobbies, so nowadays I love to interact with the people because of just I want to enhance my communication skills. So I don't have much hobbies because of just I want to improve as soon as much possible. Earlier I used to do a lot of things like gardening, singing, and sometime watching televisions, but nowadays I'm not doing like that activity.
Maybe just because of your marriage, you have lost interest in your hobbies that you would do in the past. Maybe it could be the reason.
No, as I already mentioned you, I pursued after marriage my these all hobbies, but when from I started my English channel, or I can say started my English, um, I started my work upon my communication skills. So from that time, I quit everything.
Okay, so when did you start your English journey on YouTube?
I started before 1 year. In coming 8 July, it will be complete 1 year.
Okay, and who inspired you to come on YouTube and start these kind of videos like English conversation videos, or like who inspired you?
I can say there is no one who inspired me. Just this is my childhood dream. I have to speak English, but because of some reason, I didn't pursue my hobbies. Or after marriage, I when I took admission, especially for my child, so over there all teacher communicate, so I thought I have to also speak English and I must learn this language. Earlier I just thought, but after having my baby boy, so I thought I have to just do because of him. So
Okay, got
yeah,
it.
he is a big,
So who?
yeah,
Yeah, carry on.
yeah, I must say he is a big inspiration for me, whatever I am doing just because of my son.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Like you have inspiration for him. So keep on doing. One day you will do something big, and you won't realize that yeah, I have done. I have achieved it. And when it comes to the editing parts and all, like who manages your YouTube? Like you do your own, or like your husband,
I
or
do, no, no, I do
anybody?
everything. I do everything with my own. But yeah, somewhere as like I stuck, so sometime I ask with my husband or sometime ask with my brother because I'm not good like at editing, making thumbnail. Like so, whenever I got stuck anywhere, so just there are only two-person. They always ready to help me, my brother or my husband.
Okay, it's a good thing if they are supporting. I really appreciate I mean, husband and your brother, if they are supporting you in the journey, because there are so many. I mean, there's very less people like the parents, brothers, or husband who support their wife. Like to be honest, it's a reality. It's fact. I've seen many houses like their husband. I mean, don't support their wife. So I've seen my eyes and I see what kind of life they are living.
Mm-hmm.
Their parents have just left and they are not taking care of them. I've seen, to be honest, like, and they are struggling in that field. I'm talking about the girls, they have a lot of skills, but just because of their family, other family, the second one, they are not able to fulfill. They are just doing household work like cooking and all those things. They are not able to explore new things. They literally want, but they don't have any option because they cannot go against them.
Yes, you are absolutely right. There are so many girls. They have really so many skills, but they just because of their family environment, just because of like in-laws, family, husband, so they are unable to do like that. So I must say I'm luckiest one. So I take advantage from both sides, from like
Yeah.
paternal or maternal.
Yeah, you should take advantage because it's a beautiful life that you have got through your both the families, I mean to say, because I hope both the families is supporting you right now. There's the reason you are having a conversation with unknown people that we don't know each other, still we are having a conversation. So that's a good thing. That's a beauty of the generation, the today generation, that who understand it, our, I mean, deeper inner thoughts, inner ideas. So that's cool. Okay, so like is you
Here I would
also,
like to add one point. As you mentioned, just because of both family. So first of all, I must say, if your life partner don't allow, so there is, if you really want to do something and your life partner not allowed to do something, or not, as like you are stranger for me, if my husband not allow to me to do these kind of activity, so there is no family enrollment, I must say.
I
So
mean, the first family that you come from.
yes,
Yeah,
right.
they can't do it for that. If your husband is not supporting you, definitely they cannot do anything,
Mhm.
because now like you are on the other side. So I mean, in other hands. So that's true, to be honest.
Mhm.
Okay, so I have a
So
question that
I
as
want
you
to
started.
teach. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I
carry
want to
on.
say, I want to say through this video, those girls wanted to do something. So husband, please support their own wife so that they can also do. You know, if wives grow, so our new generation also as well as grow. Because most of the time, uh, kids spend time with their mom, not their father. So if mothers aware everything, so they can teach their kids also about.
Yeah, I also would like to tell all the husbands like who are watching right now, please allow your wives to do whatever they want to do. I mean, if they have skills, explore them, because at the end, if once they get succeed, at the end success will be appreciated by others, not the failure. So, and one more thing I would like to tell you, that as you mentioned also the first line, I'm gonna cut it and put in the reels. So maybe that reel will reach to many people, because I have maybe more than 25,000 followers on Instagram. So maybe many people will be able to watch that reel. So that would be helpful for those people.
Yes,
So
definitely.
it would be good. Okay, so I just want to ask you one question. As you started one more than 1 year ago, this YouTube journey, when you had a first conversation with, it could be any person. So how was your experience back then? Like, how did you manage it? Because that was your first call, and I know what is the situation when we take when we do things first times.
Yes,
How was
I
your
would like to tell you literally when I joined first video conversation. So I must say I had enough confidence to connect with them, or when I connected with first time, so I connected with a YouTuber. I think you know also Mansi Gola, housewife English
I don't know.
corner. Yeah, I connected with her.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
connected with her. But before video call, I used to listen a lot. And I used to also talk audio call. So I don't, sorry, I didn't face too much problem. But yeah, before joining the session, I prepared some questions. So just I go through my questions. I didn't ask anything extra because I don't have much experience. I didn't have much
Okay.
experience. So just I asked whatever I prepared and I just give her answer.
Okay, great. And as you also said that 1 year ago you started your English journey as well. But I want to know that at what age did you realize that you have to focus on English and to learn English language? At what age did you realize that about English?
Hello. Internet.